They are. So I know I've been away for a little bit, and let me tell you why. Because life has been pretty stressful as of late. Um, this past week at work has just been insane, and then a lot of stuff going on with buying a condo, um, which is really cool, but also really stressful. Fun fact, if you are planning on buying a place, it is super full of stress. With just finding a place and then getting papers in order and all that fun jazz. So I'm sorry I've been away. For those of you who are new here, I struggle with both anxiety and depression. And if you're new, you may be like, why do you take these long breaks? I believe in putting out the best content that I can, and when I just have no fucking energy, there's no way I can put out the best content. So I don't. Which, of course, is not great for channel growth or for like keeping a schedule and keeping retention, but it's what is needed to put out the best content for y'all and to show up and to do y'all justice. So there we go. Um, I made a post about it last week. Thank y'all so much for understanding. I will keep you updated in the post sections um, on my channel. So if you see those, like if you want to see those pop up, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already to kind of know what's going on. Um, and also got asked why we're playing this game because I want to. So let's go. Alright, we are going to Cinder Root. You have reason to suspect the informant Sandalwood may have come through here. You arrive on the outskirts of Cinder Root, but once again the informant Sandalwood is nowhere to be found. You sense the hopes of your companions waning as you search through the area yields nothing. Then something startles the little imp Tizo. Tizo seems to be crying out in surprise he has spotted something or someone. A tall figure strides forward from the trees, making a sound like laughter. The imp charges toward him and leaps right into the figure's arms. They embrace. Wooded man, hail Tizo, but you look famished here. The tall sap, tree-like creatures known for their ingenuity, cleverness, and ambition, having allied with them, the Commonwealth achieved in decades what it could not achieve in centuries. The tall sap produces something that the imp swallows immediately and with great pleasure. The lone minstrel nods his head in affirmation. Everyone, I wish to introduce you to my client, Volfred Sandalwood. That makes sense now, because he's an imp. Or not an imp, an ent. There we go, he's an ent. It's been too long, Volfred, sir. Too long indeed, Tarek. I trust your new companions bring some color to your days? They do, sir. I think that you shall find them worthy of the Nightwings. The sap looks upon the lot of you. You cannot sense his thoughts. We shall see. Then he turns to you. You must be the reader. I'm certain that we all appreciate your efforts here, my kin, though we shall manage on our own from here on out. You're welcome to continue with us, of course, though you are free to go. I trust you haven't been adequately compensated for your time. Thanks as well for looking after all my books. You consider what to say to all this. Insist on saying farewell or maybe time. Imagine if just like credits roll. That would be funny. Leader of the Nightwings has returned. You can tell you're no longer wanted. You've been assured your freedom. You categorically refuse to be cast aside so easily. This cannot be happening to come this far, only to be brushed aside by some strange sap. You stare back at Volfred, attempting to glean a deeper insight into what drives him, though remain unable to sense anything further. Still, you refuse to budge at his behest. Hold on. Volfred, sir, I'm Hedwin. My companions and I are the ones who answered your call. We followed the science you left for us. Now we're here, thanks to you, and also to this reader. Not just a reader, they are our friend. My friend. They're not disposable. We made them a promise in our freedom. Volfred smirks at this. Freedom's not something to be traded or exchanged, my boy. I hope that you have come to grasp this much by now. Rude? He breathes a sigh. It seems we started off on the wrong foot. It's not my wish to sour the occasion, for there's much to do. You have a right you need to get to, do you not? I'll come along, though shall not interfere, for it seems you have a kinship with this reader of yours. Now then, Tarek? Aye, Volfred, sir. Come, let's have a chat. Of course, sir. Volfred strides toward the black wagon, which must have belonged to them. You sense many conflicting emotions among your companions. Volfred Sandalwood joined you. He knows much of the rights. Welcome him aboard. So now we know our employer. Fun. Although he wants to take my job. What a bitch. Your wagon cuts through a clearing to arrive at the Glade of Lu, where the stars direct to you. Nulfred nods his approval, but leaves everyone to their devices. Page revealed, the demon. The demon, the words of Goltharion, the Master General. Emperor Mur, scarcely could I recognize him when at last I found him. A half-starved animal, horns sprouted from his head, a bestial mirror of his blackened reputation. And I, a man who conquered countries, feared my emperor then in such a way as I had never known. My charge had been to slay this man, but when I discovered him, he was already fighting for his life. The little imp, Ha'ab, proved of little help against the Sisters of the Arch, whose entire lives were culminating in this instant. I was unable to watch. My heart ached with such pity for the man and for the love I felt for him when I had served him that I sprang to his defense. Oh, I think that's all. Yeah. Okay. As you approach Volfred Sandalwood, you feel very much aware that you reside within his black wagon, rather than he in yours. He studies you in silence for a time. Then, Tarek, if you have a moment. Aye, Volfred, sir, what is it? This reader, you deem them worthy, by your estimation? The lone minstrel tilts his hat in your direction, Hello, Corinne, how are you doing? If you wish my own estimation, Volfred, sir, then I do. Of course, it is not entirely for me to say, but I have seen this reader integrating with the others well. I believe that their achievements are self-evident having reached Black Basin. I am doing well, thank you. Your instructions are deliberately difficult to follow, yet they and the others follow them. Indeed, your words make sense as ever, Turek. And what does little Tizo think of them, I wonder? Tizo indicates that, as a matter of fact, he is happy to have you around. Oh, I love you so much. There you have it, sir. I see. He continues to examine you. High praise isn't oft-spoken by those two, my kin. Nonetheless, I shall be watching you. Now, pardon us. Tarek and I have matters to discuss. Glad to hear you. Oh, thanks. Glad to hear from you, too. They leave without another word, although you think you notice Lone Minstrel look your way over his shoulder. Hello. Let's see. Bring me brief for private solitude. What exchange do you seek? What's on your mind, dude? Let me ask you something, lovely reader. Have you any idea for how long I have been imprisoned here? 1,000 years. You guess that Sandra could have been in her current state of exile since well before the dawn of the current age. At first, she shows no indication that she even heard you. Close. Soon enough, I shall be getting there. I have been imprisoned thus for 837 years. So I was the closest guess of all of those. According to my count, at least. It is possible I have lost track. Although, given my state, I can assure you that I have had ample time to verify my arithmetic. She goes silent for a time. Let me give you some advice. If you decide to kill the Emperor, make sure you achieve what you set out to do. I expect my own death regardless of the outcome of my task. I was not expecting this, certainly not to be telling you about it 837 years later, or however long that has been. Although enough with that for now, let's get back to business. Okay, cool. That's all I wanted. Alright, shop time! Oh hey guys! You know, I guess I didn't get the word out about this new franchise which we opened here just now, so give you a great deal. Just tell your friends, okay? Oh, and hey there, Mr. Sanderwood. Good day to you as well, Ron. Hi, Ron. What do I have? Oh. Yeah. Dash of Stardust. Once per bearer of Pyre is extinguished, is instead restored. Ooh. Yeah, sure. Okay. Can I put this on anyone? No, everyone has a thing. Alright. Well, cool. See you later. That's how you get a repeat customer there, Dad. Give him a deal. Alright, commence the rite. You and your fellow exiles arrived at the sacred site called Glade of Lu and now look to the stars in the sky to signal the beginning of the next rite. The woods about you bring a sense of tranquility you have not felt in some time, but then you notice one of the trees move. It shuffles towards you and regards you with an exaggerated bow. Well, goodness, by the roots of Lu Scalorian. He is said to have fathomed every thought, and his wisdom flows through the river of his name. Third of the 8 scribes. Okay. It would appear the rumors are correct. The Nightwings have returned. Oh, but where are my manners? One moment. The sap claws at his mask with his wispy fingers. Oh my goodness! Hello, sir! Much better. H. Manly Tinderstoff at your service. Perhaps you've heard of me. My fellows and myself, you perhaps chastity. We soon shall stand against you in the rights. For now, I am just whiling away the time, making small talk. Now then, as I have introduced myself, your turns. To whom am I speaking? Then in your mind's eye, you see Volfred and hear his voice. Manly Tinderstoff is not to be trusted. Really, neither yourselves to him nor me. Well? Beneath her master, Dariel stares back at him in silence. You suspect Volfred's message may have reached every member of the group. Why, now, how very rude indeed. Well, fine, ignore me, but you do so at your peril. Anyhow, once this evening's rites commence, any moment now, then I'm afraid ignoring me won't be an option any longer. Oh, and now I do believe the sky is beginning to show. We'll have to chat again some other time. Now come along, come along. Manly bows again and wanders off into the clearing as the stars begin to burn. Aw. Weird. Oh, so I don't know how this rite's gonna go, considering it's been a while. So, we'll see.
Once again, the stars align themselves before you, reader. And here now, at the Glade of Liu, I have to say, you've come so very far. But there are those, such as your adversaries called the Chastity, who have toiled for this too. They know that with their freedom comes great opportunity. It could be yours instead. Please show the Chastity that the Nightwings are superior.
We'll see. Enemies have been getting harder, so... I wonder, O honored Nightwings, how well you know these woods. Why, these woods would strangle you, and I'm afraid I could do little to stop them even if I tried. You might do better to beware of them. When Jordariel continues to ignore him, he grows upset. Why, you insolent! Then fine, let's begin the dance, indeed. He shoves his mask back on in a huff. And allow me to thank you in advance for helping me return unto my proper station in the Commonwealth. Okay, so we do have a flying one.
Together here this night.
Choose you. Oh, Jordariel's unwilling. Oh, because I chose her. Yeah, because they won't fight with each other. Day. Banish adversary, the better chance to return immediately. Or like, There we go.
It is done.
Let's show Volfred what we can do. Are you quite ready, finally, O Nightwings? May all those masks of yours ensure no harm should come to any of your lovely countenances. Now come along, come along. Let's give the stars a show. Oh, I'm gonna be a bit rusty. Should have maybe done a practice round. May I present to you Humboldt Manley Jr. Why, he is every bit of my equal and is poised to guarantee the Tinderstoff line shall have a bright, bright future. What the fuck? They have 4? He goes on and on about sapling for a while. Alright, Day, I've just about had it with this one. Let's banish him, Mulray, and that stupid sapling too. Oh, yeah, sure, I think I would like that, because that Manly, I don't think he is as nice as he seems. Now, isn't he just the most precious thing you've ever seen? The sapling is nothing but an extension of Manly. If he is banished sapling, it should cease to trouble you as well. Okay.
Manly and his offspring hold no small degree of influence within the Commonwealth, reader. There are many who would welcome his return, though none so much as he himself. The Nightwings are the first to strike.
Okay. Oh ho, what's this? It seems the woods themselves are closing in upon our little soiree. Oh, do be careful now. These grasping roots and vines, they may not hold you in such high esteem as I. Great. Okay. Wicked. Awesome.
Your adversary Manly isn't comfortable in this suffocating glade. Yet he longs now for the comfort of his Commonwealth estate. Perhaps such wealth ought to be reserved instead for you. Glorious!
Okay. Oh dear, the woods are closing in comfortably close at that. Whatever shall we do? Perhaps if you just stand aside a while, we could put an end to this that much the sooner. Okay. There we go. Say, have any of you noticed how it's feeling rather crowded out here, Almost as if the 100 Minds himself resents you being here. Yes, I rather think that's it. So cease with all your scurrying about with that damned orb and let me handle this. Shit.
Oh. Glory
Nice.
to the scribes.
Alright, you Nightwings, I've had up to here with you, or perhaps I've simply had it up to here with all these encroaching plants, these miserable things. Either way, I don't appreciate how you're ignoring me. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Just take him.
Come on. Damn it.
All for naught. Wherever did the Nightwings go?
3, 2, 1. Oh, wow! Oh!
A devious maneuver.
That was good of them. Holy shit, that was good.
Too bad.
Whoa!
The fire's wane.
That's insane!
Splendid!
Woo! Did it.
The Nightwings prevail again. They
That was
brushed
good.
aside their adversaries without too much trouble. The rite
Oh,
is ended.
that was good. That ought to wipe smug luck off of that sap's face. I knew we could prevail, though. Master Staff there, I think he's really upset now. We did it. One step closer, everyone. Well, my. Oh, worry not, oh Nightwings. I'm not angry with you, honestly. But I am very, very, very disappointed. I thought perhaps that we had something going here between us. You scratch my back, I scratch yours and all. Indeed, instead you decide to spit in my face! Hello, Lisa, how are you? Thank you. Fine, we'll have to see where all your Uranus gets you now. Ta-ta.
Always is there.
Woo. Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna.
The exiled Tamitha perhaps can learn.
Well,
the
Tamitha,
errors
soon I'll be
of her
catching
kind.
up with you at this, whether you like it or not. Okay. So what's your Tamitha permanently... Hey, how are you doing? Gains A plus quickness, making moves much faster. Tamitha permanently gains plus 4 quickness, presence, and hope, making her better all around. Thank you. Let's do this one. 5 seconds banishing an adversary. Tamitha moves 30% faster. While flying Tamitha moves. We'll do that one.
The holy power of the eldest matriarch until the stars align.
That was well done, my kin. I'm beginning to see why your companions vouch for you. Don't let it go to your head, of course. After besting, Jesus Christ, the chastity rather soundly, you return to your wagon to consider your next move. An adequate performance back there. Adequate? Yes, adequate for the next part of our plan. Go, have your reader there consult the stars, see where they take you next. I'll give you a hint. It's further north. It's going to be high up. Did this knight hear you say high up? And it's going to be cold. I cannot read. We'll see. Come on, my friend. Let's have a look outside then. That plan Volfred mentioned. I just want you to know I don't know what he means. We're here because we're going to be free again. We won't be living our days as exiles. That's the only plan as far as I'm concerned. But there's always a catch, right? We'll see what Volfred has to say. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. No matter what, we're getting closer thanks to you. Alright, let's go see. It's further north. Solan the Golden Star. Cool. So now you see it for yourselves. You are summoned to the north, where looms Mount Olodil, sacred mountain on whose summit the rites were first conceived. Whether its summit is the downside's closest point to the Commonwealth or the farthest, none can say. And at the very top, the fall of Solium. According to the stars, next rite shall soon commence here. The temple at the highest point of the downside exists to honor the 8 scribes. You confirm the stars indicated this exactly. Belfred, sir, how did you know? Belfred smiles back at him, but you sense his thoughts as though he is directing them at you.
I too can read, my kin.
Rude!
Forbidden though the words may be.
He turns back to Hedwyn. Your reader skills, while rare, are not unique, but as I said, I'll let them do the job. I see that you have something special going here, which benefits the plan. What plan? I thought this was about our freedom. Oh, fear not, my boy. It is indeed. Plenty of time to tell you about it on the way. For now, however, you look like you can use some rest, and for the matter, so can I, if you'll excuse me. You sense your companions are exhausted from their recent travels. Given the road ahead, you agree it would be best to take the night to recover as much as possible. Nope, no one needs to talk in the cabin. Okay. Or in the wagon. At dawn, Volfred is already up. He reveals to you a pathway through the woods into the cold lands to the north, beyond which lies your next destination. Alright, let's go. Ooh. It is cold. Look at all that ice. What's the little shining thing there? You get clear of the woods at last and arrive in lands grown cold in the shadow of Mount Alodile. Again, I'm so sorry for my pronunciation. You'll have to make it all the way to the top. In a moment of respite, Volfred calls everyone together to discuss matters pertaining to the rites and the plan to which he alluded. You band together with a common faith in that freedom from the downside is not impossible, am I correct? But let me ask you something. What does freedom even mean to you? He looks in your direction as he asks, defying you to answer. You cannot sense his own thoughts on the subject, only know the truth of how you feel. Doing what you want, achieving inner peace, having no master, going where you please, to feel true love, living without fear, nothing at all, remain silent. What is freedom? I guess living without fear. You tell Volfred that freedom means living without fear and not being subjected to persecution or retaliation for one's thoughts and choices. He considers your remarks for a short while. Good answer, my kin. I happen to agree. Fear takes hold in freedom's wake. But fear is a natural impulse, is it not? A common feeling we all share from time to time, a deeply rooted impulse there to aid our judgment and spur us on to acts of courage. It is not for fear I doubt we would accomplish very much in life, and just now we stand upon the brink of accomplishing something vital. He then turns his attention to the whole group. Now let me tell you all what freedom means to me. Freedom means to live with life without fear, just as your reader stated. To be able to indulge one's curiosities and passions, at least the ones that cause no harm to others, without the constant threat of judgment and reprisal. Freedom means not being made a criminal for what you know. Hey, Theo! Thanks! Freedom means not... How are you doing, by the way? Freedom means not being made a criminal for what you know or whom you love or what you choose to think or not think. He looks out toward the distant mountains. Within the next few days, your time in exile could come to an end. You could see the Commonwealth once more. And you would be exalted there, given the highest honor, the opposite of how you got here. But you would not be truly free, I think. At the least, you would become complicit to an ancient system that would deign to cast down others such as you. It is a system whose well-intentioned founding principles have long been lost, and the 8 scribes, if they are out there still, have made quite clear they shall not intervene firsthand. That is where you come in. He turns to you and everyone again, looking at each of you. Long have I wished to gather such a group, that together you might see the seeking freedom only for yourselves is too modest of a goal. You share a higher calling now. The plan then is this. We free each other from the downside through the rites, then we meet up on the other side. We organize. Each new moon at dusk, we join together at the Spiral Sanctum. The burned down remains of the old capital of the Commonwealth. The remains stand as a warning to those who would seek to spread forbidden knowledge. We need as many of us there as possible. My agents on the other side shall explain the rest. You're plotting a revolt. Just so. I am asking a lot. You do have other options. Deceit, however, is not one of them. The reader and myself, you know by now that we can see through it. But you need not be a part of this, nor is it in my interest to coerce you. You may go your own way if you wish. Live out your remaining days here like so many others. So if anyone among you prefers that, if you cannot see yourself continuing to strive together in the Commonwealth as you're doing here, then speak now. Welfare pauses for a time, examining each member of the group. No one stirs. Very good. Some of you consider yourself friends, some others not, but all of you are bound together through the rites and are integral to our plan. Remember that. You seek true freedom, you will not find it waiting for you in the Commonwealth, but together you can bring it about, both for yourselves and others. That is my promise. Then he lets out a long breath. That's it. I ask you all to think on this, and let's reconvene along our journey to the summit. Belfort turns toward the mountains, leaving you to consider what he said and plot the wagon's northward path. I kind of want to see what the fuck that is. Oh, it might just be a little detail. Guess we're going through Mur Pass! Beyond lies Mount Elodile. I suggest we make camp here at the base of the mountain, for we shall need our spirits and our strength to make the ascent. Alright, the Beyonder Crystal seeks Headwind. Let's go seek Headwind then after this. There you are, my kin. There was something which I want to discuss with you in private. Wilfred stares at you rather intently, as if reaching out to you, and then... You do know what it means to be a reader. Those such as we are not limited to reading pages from a book. Though your ability in this I sense is nascent still, mere flashes, uncontrollable. I see as well now that they haven't told you yet, your friends, and that explains a lot. They haven't told you readers such as you cannot go free. I had wondered why you would insist on pressing onward with this group in light of this. The answer then was plain. You simply did not know or fully realize. They did not deceive you, by the way. There is no reason they should know themselves, other than Tariq, who shall not influence your thinking in such matters. Rather, I had expected when at first we met that you already knew the truth of this from having read the pages in the books of rites which states it plain. Only those who shall conduct the rites firsthand shall walk the path toward enlightenment and become eligible to regain their freedom. Perhaps you have not gotten to that part just yet. Belfort breaks free from you and looks at you again, then he speaks to you as normal. It is plain that you are not in adequate condition to conduct the rites, and this group values you as reader. I wish only to ensure you understand what you're getting into here. Despite whatever hopes and dreams and promises you might have shared, I do not think the rites can help you to return, if that is what you had in mind. So, once again, I invite you to depart, and I will see to it that you are compensated. Do not misunderstand. If it is your wish to remain, then you are welcome. But this journey we are on, it has no guarantees, not for you nor any of us. Do you understand? Yeah, I don't care. You have learned in life to keep your expectations low and tempered. There is more at stake here than your freedom alone, and besides, perhaps there is a way where you can see nothing. The warning is of little consequence to you. You have always known those keen to warn against one course of action or another. None of it swayed you, and as ever you shall forge your path. Very well, lack of concern is fine with me, although I do not share your outlook, as long as yours is not a lack of understanding. I know that we have much at stake here in this anyway, much more than just a shot at going back into the Commonwealth, which casts us down here to begin with. It sounds like you intend to stick around. Then we'll have lots more time to chat as we ascend the sacred mountain in the coming days. Until then. Well, that fucking sucks. He strides out of the wagon, then leaving you with your thoughts. That sucks! I'm not gonna be able to go with my friends? Aw, damn. Alright. You need but ask, my reader, and you need but indicate who is to be my student. No. You asked Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Hedwin. Oh, you must mean that nomad boy. So innocent, that one. I should have a lot of work to do with him. Then let's bring him forth. Soon Hedwin appears in heat of the summons. Hey, my friend, what's going on? I'm gonna make you stronger, boy. Just to have you leave me. But that's fine. Oh, okay, they have well-balanced abilities, but no exceptional. Shit, cool. Alright, let's see. That Persian Sandra appears and unfastens her mask. Listen well, boy, you answered me here. Understood. You are a fool. Do not talk back to me. Your reliance on your friends is such a burden upon them. Let us see what you can do without their aid, save for that of your lovely reader there. Alright, let's see. Oh, damn. There we go. We're gonna be a jumpy boy, I think. God, we gotta jump. We gotta be a jumpy boy. Oh shit. Well, that was dumb. Don't know why I did that. Oh, damn. Damn. Yep. Knew that was gonna happen. Jump! Jumpy boy! Ugh. I ran out of stamina. Jumpy boy! Hell yeah. Be a jumpy boy! I love the vibe of this game, same. I love, like, the vibes of all Supergiant Games stuff is so good. We did it! Seems you did indeed, boy. Your performance was sufficient and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now farewell. Hell yeah! Us being jumpy boys! Gotta go jump, jump, jump. Good to be back after all that. Say, what have you there? What do you have there? Sweet Goals Bracer! Headwind. Ooh. Cool, let's add that to you. We're gonna take this off. Put this on you. Okay. Banish the adversary's bear chains coming back. Yeah, that's Dardariel's horn. What do we have a day? Oh yeah, more hope. We'll do this, I think. Alright. Earlier, Volfred called for a group meeting, presumably to reveal his plan in more detail. Instead, he reveals some bad news. Wait, what are you saying? What I'm saying, my boy, is that while you can indeed get yourself out of here, it cannot be all of you at once. We earn our way back one by one, or not at all. But I swore we'd go free together. We may go free together yet, but it's going to take time, and this is only the first phase. You, Headwind, and the others exchange glances. Let us make this plainer for you still. Here is how the coming days are going to unfold. First, we're going to ascend Mount Alodile. I pronounce it differently every single time. There to the north. You may not think this wagon's fit for it, though rest assured it's made the journey many times. Next, we'll pass through Scribe's Gate. Only the worthy pass through here, as your reader could attest, if they did not merely skim that chapter of the book. Afterwards, we'll reach the Fall of Solium and meet our adversaries in the rites. They are to be the Tempers, led by the demon Ignarius. You'll know him when you see him. Both you and they shall choose someone from your respective ranks. Then once one of the triumvirates prevails, there somebody will be whisked home to the Commonwealth. Whisked home to the Commonwealth? Precisely. Once returned, our somebody is taken in and closed and fully pardoned. The Commonwealth knows about all this. The same Commonwealth that says a sentence into exile is forever and freedom from the downside is possible. Many of the details the scribes themselves wish to be kept secret. Former exiles and the leaders of the Commonwealth alike have good incentive to protect these secrets well. So then, that's it. We climb the mountain, someone goes back, and everyone else stays. For most of those participating in the rites, yes, that's it. But I like your cognition, and indeed for us, that isn't it at all. If one of us returns, it shall be just a step along our path. However, let's let that sit for now. Gather your strength. We'll talk again on our way up. Belford leaves. The rest of you consider what he said. You have time now for your vocations. At dawn you shall begin your ascent of Mount Alodile. That's mentor. It's mentor day. Do we want mentor day? Yeah, we'll mentor day. Me? Oh, of course. Please tell me something I don't know if there is lots of it. You and Day spent some time reviewing some of the specific aspects of the rite, such as the properties of the aura. You sense she gained something from this. Ooh. The 8 scribes, they so inspire me, and now I feel that I have grown somehow closer to them, maybe? Okay. Day blinks the orb faster and farther. When saluting her adversaries, Day automatically leaps towards the orb if no one has it. Ooh. We'll do that. Thank you, because I think you said a lot of things I've never realized. Cool. Okay, so... I wonder if that means you have to play the game over and over and over again, maybe? I don't know. We'll go talk about it. See if we get any more information. Have I ever played Sonic Unleashed? No, I have not. Here before you lies Mount Aladile, stretching far beyond your line of sight. Somewhere upon this mountain lies the only place from which you can escape the downside. Your companions gather round again before Balfred, who stands tall as ever. Rather from the cold air of the subject now in hand, you sense a tension in the air. Now then, you all have many questions. No, I've done a lot of talking, so go on, ask away. But there is only silence. One question stands out in your mind, which you refrain from asking yet. If only one of you is to go free at first, who shall it be? Go on now, don't be shy. Who first? Questions? Why us? Why you indeed, madame? That I can explain. You've seen the sort you stand against as adversaries in the rights. What is it that they want, do you suppose? They want their freedom back, of course. They'll sail for it on the Commonwealth's own terms. They'll gain their freedom and some cushy new responsibilities. Perhaps then they'll have a hand in sending still more exiles here to join us. Think on it. The Commonwealth rose from the ashes of the fallen empire thanks to the efforts of the first exiles who escaped this place via the rights. It is the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honor those who live to redeem their transgressions. They have a certain wisdom, do they not? But as for you, I have been looking for a certain set of dispositions for a good length of time. All I needed was for somebody appropriate to show up, and to listen. Man, that really changes the sentence, huh? So I planted many little eyes and ears throughout this land, whispering hints of this, absurd as it may sound, took someone with a certain faith and creativity to go for it. That someone proved to be Hedwin over there. He was tasked with seeking 2 trustworthy allies, an old buried wagon and a reader. He was invited to bring others for the ride, all different sorts, gather enough help, and he and his friends could be free. Long story, but you know much of the rest, so then why you? Because I've had reason to believe you're not the sort to play right back into the Commonwealth's old hand. The rights, as you have seen, are quite exclusive. You are imposters in this little party. You could be the ones to break it up. And now then, more questions. Your head is beginning to spin. You can excuse yourself or keep listening. Fucking, this is important. Wilfred's explanations are a lot to take in, though you feel compelled to absorb as much of what he is willing to tell you at this point. He prompts for further questions when Jordario raises her voice again. Hold, you mistook my meaning. I understand your plan. Still, I wish to know why us. Why are we, among all others, chosen for this liberation rite? Ah, I see. Well, but that is simple, really, madame. You are chosen, you are qualified, I should say, because as the expression goes, 'tis what the scribes ordained, though in this case the expression is quite literally true. When the 8 created the rites, each of them anointed certain showed some promise of redemption. The triumvirates they formed have stood the test of time, replenishing their numbers as their individuals moved on or passed on. You've met them as they are today, the accusers, the withdrawn, and so on. The 8 scribes also formed a special group against which all the others would be judged. That group is called the Nightwings. You bear their books, wear their masks and raiments. You need but show up to the rites, you see. The other erstwhile jockey for position for a chance to take you on. Yeah, well, what if we don't? What if we don't show up? Then you would deny yourselves a chance at freedom, and deny it also to your adversaries. Victory means nothing in a common, right? Victory means nothing in a common right, then. Participation is all that matters? Not so, madame. Only the enlightened may regain their freedom. While failure can be an excellent teacher, the scribes do favor the victor. So you see, those who do not conduct the rites, or do not prevail in them sufficiently, they may find themselves barred from the liberation rites. But those are technicalities. The Nightwings disbanded years ago. Since then, no one has gone free. Yet still the other triumvirates pressed on with fleeting hope that one day you'd be back. It's been a heavy price to pay in all this. Now, if you'll excuse me, we'll talk again some other time. Some murmur to themselves about all this, and Wilfred takes his leave. Others reconnoiter pathways leading up the mountain and present you with some options. Okay. Emperor's Ascent. Day believes the 8 scribes will bless whoever goes through here. Emperor's Fall. Pamitha expects some long-lost valuables to be stashed. Well, let's get all the good things we can. The sublime beauty of Mount Elodile, along with thin air high above the sea, has been enough to silence even the most talkative of your companions. However, Day has been positively bursting with excitement. Isn't it wonderful? I think it really is, don't you? Tizo seems not to share Day's enthusiasm. He does not like the cold. You've been here before, Tizo? Isn't that so? Why would you ever leave? I wouldn't leave. I'd stay, I think. I'd stay. Unless maybe I got too cold or hungry. Wait, is that? Something about her changes then. Wait, look, but Tizo, don't you see? Look, don't you see them there? Tizo seems to be exclaiming something in utter disbelief. You yourself see nothing, but Dave rises almost off her feet as the imp looks on, astonished. Was that the scribes? It was. I know it was. They said something to me. They spoke to me. They told us we are welcome, that we're welcome here. Day runs off to spread the word among all your companions. Strangely enough, her enthusiasm is infectious, and in spite of everything, your spirits rise. Hey! +2 hope! Excellent. Okay, Temple Headwind expressed a passing whim to see the view from here. Sir Gerzian wishes to look upon the sacred waters here. We're going with Headwind. You and Headwind walk in silence for some time as he conducts a customary survey of the area. Well, my friend, no sign of howlers, as Jody would say. No sign of anything at all. You sense something is troubling. Oh, that it's just... I've just been giving lots of thought to everything that Volfred's told us. In another couple of days, one of us may be gone all of a sudden. Or, I don't mean to put it that way. One of us could go free. We earn our way back one by one, as he said. I want you to know something. The others and I, we talked it over, and when the time comes, we want you to decide who gets to go, if anyone. This might be all part of Volfred's plan, but we got here thanks to you, and even though I'm worrying right now about us splitting up, I guess if Volfred has his way, all of us will meet up on the other side. And won't that be a day? Oh. Worst case, we keep failing in the rites and be stuck down here together just like this. The two of you walk in silence for a time. When at last you return to the wagon, Headwind turns to you again. Thanks for the company. I think I'm better now. Hey, Headwind feels more prepared for the next rite. Hope likewise for the best. Woo! Awesome. You and your companions gather at Scribe's Gate, where the single narrow trail to the summit narrows even more and falls under an archway carved of stone. Come along now, everyone, and be prepared to speak your mind when you are called. Frankly, most of you still lack enlightenment, but we may pass together much how we act as a single heart and mind during the rites. Well then, lead onward, Tariq. Please, follow me. Removing his hat, the lone minstrel approaches the gate. You and all the others follow. When the last of your companions nears the arch, you notice someone standing high above, who then appears before you. She eyes the lone minstrel first. Is that you, Tariq? It is. Greetings, Celeste. And how was your rest? Too long, Celeste. It seems your work has piled up in the meantime. You bring this many to the gate? Aye. Then let us make this quick. She gestures towards the rest of you. Now, each of you in turn state who you are and what you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate. Do as she says, please, without questioning. Your fellow exiles exchange glances, but quickly comply. I'll start. They called me Headwind the Deserter. I've come here seeking freedom for myself and my companions. In my case, so I can return to be with those whom I love. The woman bids him forward. The lone minstrel prompts Ruki to speak up next. I'm regarded by the name of Ruki Greentail. I just want to get out of here, I guess, with my chums preferably. Go see Mama back home. I am Captain Daryl. I do not truly know as yet what I'm seeking here. Oh, my name is Day, and I am here, I think, because the scribes called to me. It must be them, because if not, then who? Tizo seeks to live up to the Nightwing's legacy and maybe see the Commonwealth someday. No! This is gonna be a hard choice. Sir Gilman of the Sea Dominion at your service. This knight is on a quest to find his honor. He lost it at a certain point. Promethean, I'm here because my sister's here. Then, as Wilfred steps forward, the one called Celeste raises her voice. You, I recognize you from the Nightwings of the past. You are not clad in the raiments any longer. I would know why. I had my chance already. The Nightwings that now stand before you, I travel with them as a pilgrim now. I see. Then state why you are here, as have the others. My name is Wilfred Sandalwood. I seek liberty for each of us so that one day we all might stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side and bring our freedom to the people there. She waves them by. Then she turns to you, for there is no one left to go. State who you are and to traverse Scribesgate. You are just a crippled scholar. You are just an old farmhand. You are just an war orphan. You do not know who you are. I don't know who I am. Try as you might, you cannot make out the details of what life was like in the Commonwealth. When you learned, you knew the old ways that came for you, and you could not run far. Your youth is gone, but your thirst for knowledge earned you a trip to the downside nonetheless. Years of strife between Commonwealth and the high-wing remnants afflict you since birth. Ooh. What's our backstory? I'm a war orphan. Sure, why not? In many ways, you were an outcast from the start and suffered through your youth, never experiencing a parent's guidance. Your exile was maybe something of a blessing, but ultimately led you here. The one called Celeste continues to examine you, expecting you to add to your response. You want true freedom, you want to help your friends, you want revenge, you want to see what happens. I want to help my friends. The companions you have met here who have helped you to survive and to find kinship in the downside, your priority is to ensure that they achieve their goals. That's all you wish for now. The woman regards you for a time, then nods once and waves all of you by. Hey, it scribes, but the Nightwings welcome here. Go forth with glory. And Tariq? Aye, Celeste? Be on your way as well. The little minstrel bows his head and puts his hat back on. He does not look back at her. Here we go. From the top of Mount Uladile, you can see the distant downside before you. You think on the many thousand leagues you cross to reach this point as the sky grows dim. The mercy shown. Let's see. The Imp Ha'ab and I, we helped to save my emperor, and when the danger did subside, my emperor Solimur, he said something to me which shook me to the essence of my being. He said, "You gave your freedom, Master Goliathan, so that I may yet have mine. You too now are an exile of the downside. In all the days which I have left, I could never repay the mercy you have shown me. So if I cannot do so in this life, then I shall do it in the next." We crossed the land together, and together with the imp, we gained the company of those who saw in him what I did. Oh, so I wonder if, like, all of these pages, so 1, 2, 3, 4, played the game 8 times and choose a different person every single time. Interesting. What the fuck is this? River frost, so cold it burns the skin, but keeps the wagon cool and food fresh longer. Keepsake from Sclorian shore. Okay. Oh, Greentail family portrait. His likeness of a younger Rookie with his mother and uncle. Oh. Jordariel appears to be prepared for whatever is to come this night. Though it's not yet dark, she is already in her raiments. Hedwyn soon joins her, also looking ready. Any sign of Rookie? None as yet. Complained about a chafing at the collar of his mask. Our freedom might be hinging on that collar, then. I am certain that it is. They share a laugh together. The three of you exchange glances, but nothing is said or needs to be said. Soon, if Wilfred is to be believed, one of your companions may regain his or her freedom. Hey, what'd I miss? Am I late? Is it starting? Is it starting yet? Easy, Rookie. We got a little time. It isn't starting yet. How fare your struggles with your mask, Greentail? Feeling a lot better, thanks. Just had to smash it repeatedly against a wall for a little bit. Put some of the old nerves to bed there for good measure. Though, this is really happening, huh? One of us might be getting out of here, like, soon. By dawn, in fact, if all goes well. If all goes well, that's one way to look at it, I guess. What are you getting at, Greentail? Well, it's just, we might be breaking up the band here, people. If one of us gets out. That's been bugging me a while now. I thought we were all getting out of here at once. He shoots a look at you. Some of us, we might not be getting out of here at all. Hedwyn slams his fist against the wall. No, not if I can help it. We made a promise to each other, each of us, the 4 of us. We're all getting out of here. Care about the others too, I do, but we've been here from the start. I want you to know my promises to you, and I believe you'll do the same for me. So, it's like this. If any of us get out, great, but it's just a start. We're going to do whatever it takes there, on the other side, to make it so the rest of us can get back to. What, you think they're gonna build a bridge down here if we ask nice or something? I don't know what it's going to take, I just know we have to try. Jadariel turns to you. Reader, we shall find a way. She nods to reassure you and to reassure herself. Ruki nods his head in turn, and Hedwyn's gaze never once falters. Well, my friends, I think it's just about time. Let's go. One by one, they turn toward the door. The fall of Solim waits, a vital step in your quest for freedom, yet you feel in your heart that it shall only be the first. Your 3 companions each gained a hope for the liberation rite. Alright, well, we might as well do this 3, because we have +3 hope then. Alright, let's see. Hey guys, so just so you're aware, I know how come you're here, how come you made it all the way up here. Oh, I know, alright. You're here because I got the lowest price and all the downside, am I right? And some of the new stuff I got in stock, you're gonna have a lot of value there, an awful lot. Oh wow, okay. Unlearn any masteries and choose again. Raise the rank of Talisman +3. Alright, let's do this. We'll do all of these. Okay. Hedwyn just got his, so we'll do that one. Dariel, do this one. Ruki will do this one. Then Hedwyn will do this one. Sure, why not? Pleasure doing business with you guys, so, alright, commence the rite. Is everyone prepared, Hedwyn? Yes, though several of us have another question that's been troubling us. You need but ask. You said that one of us is going to return to the Commonwealth if we defeat the Tempers and the Rites this night. What happens if we fail? Hedwyn, my boy, don't you see? The path to freedom and the path to enlightenment are one and the same? Do you intend to stray from the path? No. Then you have nothing to fear. But let me be much more upfront with you. Should you be defeated by the Tempers this night, then one of them shall end up going free instead of one of you. It is as simple as that. Oh, it's Hedwyn gonna try to... What then is to be done? The very same as if we achieve victory. We await our next such opportunity and make the most of it. Tonight, our plan is set in motion. We are united in our cause. We shall look as ever toward the stars for guidance and seize upon our future chances just as they arise. So look up, my boy, and set aside your doubts. It is time to take great strides along the path. Is he going to suggest we fuck up? Is that what he's about to suggest? Okay. Your story shall continue regardless of the outcome of this or any rite, but you need to see it through.
Many years have passed since last the Nightwings gained the summit of the sacred mountain and stood upon the fall of Solium.
So it seems like there's a lot of replay value here.
Reader.
I don't know if we'll do that on stream. I might do that by myself, unless people want to see everyone get through on stream. But we'll see. We'll see if we even finish this right.
One among you shall regain their freedom.
I think we'll do with our OG3. The pyres burn in each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn in each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the Tempers, come forth now and declare yourself and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. A massive demon swaggers into view. He reaches for his mask. You know who I am already, but look at what we got here. The damn Nightwings decided to show up. Almost figured we were never going to see the day again. He takes notice of someone in your ranks, Jordariel. Hey, you! Fucking I knew it. He indicates Jordariel. She scoffs back at him. Lose the mask. Ain't seen one of my own in ages. Not in those damned robes. Jordariel's hesitation is almost imperceptible, but she moves to remove her mask just as her adversary asked. Satisfied? Whoa, you must be you must be new. Jordariel soon puts her mask back on. Enough talk. Ha, I like you, curly horns. Tell you what, once we put out your lights, you come along with these guys. We're gonna have a spot open. Only shame is I ain't gonna be around to show you a good time. Gross. I should rather cut out my tongue. Fucking way to go, Jordariel. Oh, you don't mean that. Our kind, we ought to stick together. Now come on. Ignarius throws his mask back on as his allies snarl at the rest of you. Okay, let's do OG3. Have the Nightwings reach a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct this rite? Lone Minstrel gets your attention in a subtle way. Reader, this is it. The first companion whom you choose shall be anointed to go free this rite. This very night, if you prevail, the other two in the triumvirate shall lend their aid. As you may know, only the most enlightened in the rites are eligible to go free. Not all among you may be ready yet. Now, Wings, I would have your decision.
Who most deserves their freedom?
Oh, okay, so it is, you can only choose the top three. I'm gonna go Jordariel.
Jordariel.
Me, why? Then the Gate Guardian looks upon you and your adversaries. Very well, then, under the watch of the 8 scribes, don't you wish you lived in the Old West at times? No. Here are the stakes of this eve's liberation rite. Should the Nightwings prevail, the one called Jordariel shall be liberated. Soon the Tempers prevail, the exiled Ignaria shall go free instead. She then turns to you. Now, who among the Nightwings shall complete your triumvirate to strive alongside Jordariel and see to return to... You know what.
Headwind.
We'll do our OG3. Sounds good. Now let's bring Jordariel home.
Rookie.
Heh, sure, no pressure, right, chum?
Very well.
Very well. The 8 scribes accept your choices, Reader of the Nightwings. She then indicates the Lone Minstrel. Now are you yourself prepared, Tariq? Aye, Celeste. Then let us all begin. Nightwings, been waiting an awful long time to get out of this hole. Try and stop me. We'll try.
Commence.
Oh, damn. Damn it. Here we go. Good for you good for nothing, Nightwings. skip out on us for years and years, then show up all of a sudden like you're gonna let somebody out for once, but now we gotta work for it, I guess. Damn it, I used to be the best, at least at this, but now the pressure's getting to me. Can't believe it's getting to me. Moira, I doubt you'd even recognize me anyway. Come on, Nightwings, let's see you keep this up. Okay, one more.
And there it
Boom.
is, at last. The Night
See ya,
Wings
Jordariel.
proved their worth.
Home free,
As
trophy
for
earned,
their
prevail in a
adversaries,
liberation rate.
They did not.
I feel like
Thus
Hedwyn's
ends
just
the
too good to
liberation rite.
go first, you know?
And thus the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Night Wings shall be free, absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentence.
I wonder if we're gonna get all the way back to the beginning then. Gah, what a joke. We should have had this. You should have had this. Got all rusty. You've been waiting so damn long. Damn it, damn it. Nightwings be seeing you around, I guess. Next time you ain't gonna be so lucky. After all this time, she turns her gaze towards the rest of you. I never thought this day would come. I have all of you to thank for this, for doing this for me. The life that I recall back in the Commonwealth was at times difficult, and I am much older now. I know not what I shall find on my return. However, I know this. If that place still is like the Commonwealth I left so long ago, then I shall strive to make it better, for as long as I retain my strength and breath. You see her smile faintly as she disappears into the shimmer pool, though you can still hear her voice, though faintly now. Seldom seen celestial phenomenon linking downside back to the Commonwealth. Thus beneath the flooded moon, the Sclorian waters rise, but for a moment only to fall again, downside legend. Farewell then, reader, all of you, for now. Jordariel earned her freedom back. May she return in glory.
Godspeed, Captain Jordariel. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again.
Okay, so you do have to repeat it 8 times. Jesus Christ. No matter what anyone says, I refuse to think that there's some sort of limit to one's understanding of all of this. Okay. When power casting, Hedwyn's aura travels in a wider, longer line. Hedwyn jumps to the airborne adversaries, he banishes them. While bearing the orb, Hedwyn and his allies move with and past the orb more quickly. Hedwyn and his allies may instantly return banished allies by moving to where they fell. We'll do this one.
Until the turning of the stars, farewell.
Okay, so I guess that's technically the end of the game? Unless you want to do all 8? And I know people aren't super into this game on the channel, so we'll see. After your victory over the Tempers and the Liberation Rite, you return to your wagon to decide how to proceed from here. I don't know what I'm going to do without her here. Well, look on the bright side, it's one less mouth to feed. We'll see Jordariel again if we persevere. Our journey's now begun in earnest. We'll just need to make a few last preparations while we're here. What about the stars? Can we afford the time? About that, reader, go see for yourself. The night sky over Mount Elodile is much darker than you would have expected. Your thoughts are with Jordariel as you look towards the heavens. Not a new game. Can I make a poll? I don't think I can make a poll here. But I would love to hear what people want. Alright, let's see. Let's see first what happens here. Oh! There's just straight up... Oh, is it... Is there just straight up nothing? You search and search the sky, but in vain, no stars are shining now. The stars revealed nothing, did they not? You confirm his suspicions. It's as the book foretells. This is a chance we need to make ready for what lies ahead. There's a haven south of here we'll travel to at dawn, and when the stars decide to shine for us again, we'll be ready. Mark my words. Hey, bud. You find Hedwyn on his own after Jordariel's liberation. You sense straight away what is on his mind. The two of them were close through much of his life. He looks up at you, but his familiar smile is nowhere to be found. I'm sorry, my friend. I should be in a much, much better mood right now. It's just, I can't believe she's gone. Then he shakes his head. Listen to me. I'm talking like she's... He falls silent again. You can tell he needs some time to himself right now and turn to leave. Wait, hold on. Don't leave me here just yet. First of all, my friend, thank you. I don't like to think of it in quite these terms, but out of all of us, I really hope she'd manage to get out of here. She's been there the longest, not to mention I'd probably be dead 10 times over by now if not for her. What's more, maybe other than Volfred himself, I have a feeling she's really going to make an impact on this planet of ours, back on the other side. Just the same, though, I'm going to miss her. You and Hedwyn share some memories of George Ariel for a time, though it grows clear to you that he needs some time alone. Thanks again, my friend. I hope that one day all of us can meet again. Jody, she'd be happy on that day, I bet. It's very late now. You part ways after bidding each other good evening. Oh. It's always fucking sad. It's never happy. Alright, let's see. See what happens now. Good morning, my kin. The place I noted earlier. Let me illuminate the way. Okay. Volfred leads all of you into a calm and quiet clearing tucked away inside one of the mountain's hidden folds. All about you see a variety of strange items and equipment. You find Volfred seemingly lost in thought, but then he turns to you. Greetings, reader. This wagon and I weave many memories together, and I cannot help reliving some of them just now. I suppose some aspects of my past may be of relevance to you, given your role. If there is something that you wish to know, you need but ask. Ask why during his sentence why the Nightwings disbanded, how he knows has to be excused. Why the Nightwings disbanded? You express interest in knowing more of how the Nightwings came to be here and Volfred's past connection to the group. I have been connected to the Nightwings almost since the beginning of my days in exile. They found me in a manner, as I understand, quite like how Hedwyn and the others found you. Back then, it was a smaller group than we have now. I joined an exile called Arissa and another known as Oralek. Once in a while, we let little Tizo stand with us as well. He is rather older than he looks. The other Triumvirites we stood against, they feared us. Only the Tempers presented any threat to us in any given right. But there was a terrible accident. Arissa, we lost her, and Oralek, he was my friend. He fell from Mount Alodile. We lost him as well on the night when he was to be free. We were reckless, hasty, and I was powerless to stop any of it. I blamed the rights themselves, the circumstances that put us into danger. The downside has claimed many lives, yet this, it was too much. I vowed never again to don the mask and raiments. I had the black wagon cleared and buried such that it could not be used again. If the Nightwings would rise again, it would be under different circumstances, under new leadership and towards a different purpose. That is all I wish to say of this, my kin. Oh, we can ask him everything. Cool. You asked Volfred about his past in the Commonwealth and how he came to be in the downside. How rather forward of you, my kin, most of whom I have met during my travels here have been reluctant to approach the subject of one's history before one's exile. Nonetheless, I'm happy to tell you. As a reader, I assume you are familiar with the stamping press. I owned and operated one. An illegal invention allowing written materials to be published at an extraordinary rate. In 617 AS, the Commonwealth was under siege from within, and anti-theocratic propaganda quickly spread. I took issue with the Commonwealth, the ban on literacy, the interminable wars against the high-wing remnants. I spread the truth about it all with my machine. Under pseudonym, of course. Still, I knew I was putting myself at risk, and sure enough, my stamping press was eventually discovered and burned to the ground. I, however, managed to elude capture for a while. but not for long enough. Here in the downside, I chanced upon the Nightwings who were searching for a reader. In that respect, my past, I think, is similar to yours. Anyway, that is the long and the short of it. Now then, was there anything else? How do you know the Lone Minstrel? That's Belfort, but it's history with the Lone Minstrel, whom he seems to know quite well. Tariq was with the Nightwings when they took me on. His manner has always been much as how you've seen. Although he is somewhat more cheerful now than I recall back then, if you can believe that, I think our plan has sparked a little fire in him. He serves the Rights in the Nightwings. I have tried to ask him of his past before, but he seems rather reluctant to speak of it. Though it is plain that he is not from around here. This being the downside, I respected his wishes for some privacy. Nonetheless, although I do not know too much of him, I count him as a friend. I lost track of him for some time, though it was he who first informed me the Nightwings had returned. He and Tiza were instrumental in our meeting. It's been good to see him doing relatively well. Anyway, there anything else you wish to talk about for now? Nope. You thank Volfred for his time and bid him a good rest of the afternoon. Likewise to you, reader. Be well. Okay, so let's see what happens if we bide our time. Everyone, the amenities are modest here at Moonlight Alcove, but I suggest you get comfortable. We may be here for some time. As for myself, I have some business to attend to. Please leave the wagon in my care for now. It shall be ready for when you need it next. From the mountaintop, you see all across the downside. It's impossible expanse staring back at you. The thought occurs to you that you may never see another land besides it. Oh, so I wonder if we're stuck. And so you and your companions wait upon the mountaintop in quiet solitude, anticipating when the cycle of the rites begins to turn again. Then you shall have another opportunity to free one of your own. You may earn back their freedom one by one. Many moons pass. Then one evening. May I have a moment, reader? The lone minstrel finds you poring over the book of rites as you have been learning through your stay at this abode. Begging your pardon, but there is something you may wish to see. Please follow me. You follow him into the cold night. Look forth, reader. The stars shine like you've never seen. Once more, the path towards salvation is revealed, but now something is different. Alright, let's see. Oh, okay. Each prior time you search the stars, they show to you a single path, but now several rites avail themselves to you at once. Henceforth, you may choose. Oh, cool. Okay, so we do start at the bottom again, but we have the choice of the three. Okay. Okay, so you... Gotcha. Okay. We go to the Karun of Ha'ab, a long way off. Belfred, sir, how are we to reach the Karun of Ha'ab in due course of time? You know full well, Tariq, preparations are complete. You think you see the lone minstrel smile ever faintly, but cannot be sure. Please ask the others to gather their belongings, rest, and then assemble at the wagon there at dawn. We shall be departing at that time. As you will, sir. The cycle begins anew. As the years advance, you'll find there ought to be fewer rites this time, until once more we are to traverse Scribe's Gate. Exactly how many is difficult to say, but our next chance at liberty ought to present itself much sooner than before, so let's be ready for it. Now then, see you in the morning, reader. Your companions have not traveled far from Moonlight Alcove. Word of news soon spread throughout the group. Okay. Cool. Next morning, Volfred calls everyone together before the black wagon. This old wagon is more than it appears. With Bertrude's aid, it escorted you across the sea to me. Now it shall escort us anywhere the stars require. Come and see. Alright, let's see. Oh, things have changed. Something has changed about the wagon's interior. What looked before to be old cracks and signs of age now expose various intricate components once hidden from view. You are the Nightwings. You should travel in their customary way. Do we fly? It turns to you, indicating levers and devices with symbols from the book. Now, reader, whenever you're ready, you may take us up. I'll show you how. And everyone else, hang on to something. I guess we'll take off. Oh, after having soared into the sky, the black wagon remains aloft somehow. I can't believe it. Oh, by the scribes. Hey, now we're talking.
Sana Tempest.
The Nightwings sail the skies again, wherever so the stars may call for them. There is one catch. The downside provides few locales suitable for landing. Though we should be able to find at least a couple landing places near to where we're going. We'll then make way by land or sea towards our destination. Now, without further ado, let us proceed. Okay. Interesting. Pleasure to encounter you within the skies themselves, oh Nightwings. They deliberately crash into us, Father, yet you still address them in such a cordial manner? Now, Almer, I am certain that was an honest accident. It appears no lasting damage has been done. Please, take the helm, as I shall go and start to pick up all the foreign artifacts which shook free from the walls after the impact. Perhaps some of these old heirlooms may yet be repaired with adhesive drawn from certain flora we may find along our long and difficult quest. Damn you, Nightwings, you stay away from us! Sorry. We are going to be meeting them, though. What was that? You overhear Sir Deluge in a full panic as his fellow Worm Knights attempt to calm him down. Well, what do you mean it was the Nightwings? We're not facing them. We're coming right yet again, are we? At some point, you realize his wagon is aloft beside his own. You Nightwings, this night shall not forgive you this transgression. Once we prevail against whichever adversaries are doomed to face us next, then we shall come for you. Go, why must this knight be forced to fly so far above the land and sea? Oh, I'm guessing that's a landing point. If we need it. The forbidden cairn of Aab lies below, not my exile see fit to cross beyond it. Some fear that the listless remains of Shaq's 6 shoulders shall snatch them up as they attempt to cross. Others simply do not want to pass through to flagging hands. Few know its true significance as we do, although your adversaries, the accusers, should be on their way there now. Soon you shall confront them once again. Okay, so... Okay, so I think there's 2 places we can stop at. Sure. You touch down in the heart of Ymir Valley, where first you face the fate and the dissidents. You really wonder where they might be now and how they fare. You join your companions for a routine inspection of the wagon following its flight. Pimitha confirms the wagon's wheels understood the shifting temperature and still appear to be in reasonable shape. Sir Gilman managed to calm some of his drive imps prone to zaziness or frenzy at high altitudes. Other than that, everything checks out and the rest of the crew have gone through the flight without complaint. You now have a little time before having set forth by land. So, okay, so there's a lot of stuff we can do, but I guess this is going to be it for now. I will making a post if we continue with Pyre, if we go to a new game, or if we swap between the 2 games. So, anyways, this game, it turns out, has a lot of replay value, I guess, in order to get, like, the actual ending of the game. It's a lot longer than I thought, but that is going to be it for now. So thank y'all so much for watching. If you want to see Pyre or a new game, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and click the notification icon to know whenever I go live. If you like the video, please give it a like, and if you can, donate. It is the saved comment in live chat. So thank y'all so much for watching. I love you as always, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Oh, I paused it.